Shred lipstick is kind of on point. This is the Sephora brand lipstick, if anyone wants to know. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So yes, it's been a minute, but honestly it's been really hard considering the fact that the stream is so much smaller and I just can't record any like clothing videos just because I tried and you just see too much in the background. It just looks too much, so I feel like I'm just going to hold off of like lookbooks and stuff for now until I find a place or like a studio or somewhere to like record clothing videos. But yay, my new ring light just came in the mail today. I literally just ripped it open now and I'm like, okay, time to film. So from the title you can kind of see where this video is going. I just thought I should kind of talk about my Tinder experience and stuff, you know, considering the fact that this is like the first time I have actually like proper dated. I mean when I mean dated, it's like not being in like a serious relationship, but like, you know, just going out to talk to people and meet new people. That's what I mean by dating. Yeah, I kind of dated in the past, after high school and after I broke up with my long-time boyfriend. You know who you are. Even though we're friends now, we're cool, so, but it wasn't really serious. Now that I just got out of another long relationship, like last year, September, I think it was September, I have been single for a while, and although we tried to, you know, we started talking again, but it just wasn't working out, so I was like, screw it, let me just meet new people, because my whole life has just been long relationships. I think my shortest relationship has been 8 months. That's how like into a relationship I get. I really like to get mad comfortable, you know. 2 months isn't going to cut it for me. Like, I like to be comfortable in a relationship. So surprisingly, I've only had like 3 boyfriends because they've just been super long relationships. But anyways, so this fateful day after, I mean, originally when I first broke up, when I first got single last year, I was talking to one of my male friends and he was like, you know, if you feel, because I know, well, breaking up was kind of hard for me. He was like, oh, why don't you just get Tinder and stuff? And I'm like, Tinder, because, you know, I just heard that Tinder was like more of a sex kind of app, like just meet and fuck and bounce, and I wasn't about that life. So I was like, why? He was like, no, everyone has Tinder, even people who are in relationships, you just want to like meet new people and stuff like that. So I've been feeling in my head, this is like the first time I've had long hair in a long time. But anyways, I was like, oh sure, let me get the Tinder, you know, app and get an account. I joined with my Facebook account and I was so traumatized. I totally forgot to tell the first story after, but yeah, I had this person who was cute and light skinned, you know, and my friend was warning me. She was like, oh, these light skinned boys, you know, they only want, you know, to, you know, hit and bounce. And I was like, no, come on, you look too cheap for that shit. So he followed me on Snapchat, he added me on Instagram, he added me on Tumblr. And then I wake up the next morning and I see like 125 seconds of Snapchat that he sent to my Snapchat. My mistake for opening it, because they were just 100 and something seconds of his body parts. Yeah, so I unmatched and blocked him off everything. So that is one traumatizing story after I joined Tinder again this year. Not even like anyone sent me anything the first time, but then when I would match with people and they would text me, I just wouldn't reply. I mean, now that I'm looking back, I just probably wasn't even ready to start dating because I was just not even over the person I just got out of a relationship with. But this year I decided to, you know, reopen my account and meet people. The first person I matched with was kind of cool. He went to my school, so the distance wasn't bad, because for me, I feel like distance is a huge factor now, because the person I was in a relationship before, we were in the same state, but we were far away, and I only basically got to see him during the weekends, and I wasn't sure if that is what I would want in. I mean, I wasn't thinking like, oh, relationship wise already, but I was like, you know, being close to the person who you're dating is a plus as well. You know, you can see the person often or whatnot or whatever. Anyway, so he went to my school and we're chatting or whatever, and we met up and in the school library on Friday. And that was, you know, very normal. We just went out to eat some Thai food, and you know, we were gisting, we got to know each other. We actually found out that we had a lot of mutual like friends from my other school you must start with, so that was good and stuff. So we were talking or whatever, and you know, we just kind of just kept on talking on the side, because I wasn't just going to like be consistent with the first person I met. I mean, Tinder is to meet new people, and I'm not in a relationship, you know, no commitment, so just talk about what the fuck you want. That's what I was thinking. Then the second person I met, I mean, I met a few people. I'm not going to tell you like each individual story. You know, I met a few people. You know, when I went to watch the movies, I went to the movies with the other. We kind of just chilled in my apartment and my room. Nothing happened though. We just watched Netflix and chilled. And I mean, in the literal sense, we literally just watched Netflix and chilled. But the weird person I met, I actually met a couple of very weird people. The first guy I met, I mean, in his bio, he was like, oh, you know, don't match if you're not going to talk or whatever. So we matched and we didn't start talking until like 5 days after. And mind you, he was like super cute, and I was just like, where me and my friend were wondering like, where is he from? Like, where's his heritage or whatever. And when he now messaged me, we were talking, I was like, oh, where are you from? He's like, oh, he's half Egyptian and Mozambique. And for me, that's such a weird like African, I mean, it's still African, but it's just a very interesting combination, because in Nigeria most of the time we just marry with each other, or the closest is like Ghana. I know my grandfather married a Sierra Leonean, but apart from that, you don't really see like very unique, well, maybe just like a cultural thing, because he was like, oh, it's normal, you know, just regular African people mating, producing offspring. I'm like, okay, cool. So I went off Tinder for like a weekend and stuff, because I still had some things I was dealing with. And then when I come back and I see him, he's texting me, he's like, oh, who the fuck do you think you are? I'm like, yo, what the fuck do you mean? He's like, oh, that you clearly saw it in my bio. If you're not going to fucking talk, then fucking match with me. I'm like, dude, calm down. Tinder is not my life. It will never be. I'm not going to be on my phone 2/7 waiting for you to reply. Like, chill. If you wanted to, you know, talk on the constant, you could have asked me for my phone number. I would have given you. Thank God I didn't, because clearly you're crazy. I unmatched him. And then this other dude I met, right? He was Caucasian. You know, let's just be very socially correct with the terms. He was Caucasian, and he was like 2 miles away. He played football. He seemed cute. He seemed normal. Shit. Hello, Pastor Anita. Good afternoon. So that was my pastor. I haven't really been feeling well. I had like the most terrible cold the beginning of spring break, which I went to Miami, by the way. Oh yeah, I went to Miami for spring break. That was like last week, and this cold I got came with like this weird like lung pain, and you know, it ended up being a what's it called, an infection, and then I had like blood, coughing, and it was just bad. So anyways, back to my story. So he was normal, distance was perfect, you know. So The first time he hit me up, he was like, oh, you know, the curls. And I had in my Marley hair that time that everyone seemed to be like really liking. So I had the Marley curls in, and he was like, oh, you know, I just love your curls, you know, I just love black girls and I just love your curls. I'm like, oh, thanks, you know, thank you. And then he's like, oh, we should meet up sometime. I'm like, sure. But we never really got to discussing like details. So maybe like a week passed and he messaged me again. This is when the craziness like started. He's like, this is out of nowhere. Like my phone just notification message from so. And then I pick up my phone and it says, he's like, how do you feel about 2 inches? I'm like, I couldn't say excuse me because it was text message and of course I can read, you know. So I was like, you know, your penis size wasn't really a factor in why we matched, but I don't really know where, you know, what to say. He was like, ha 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 ha. The very weird thing about this conversation is that every single time he said something weird as fuck, he never hesitated to put like ha 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 ha. So I just like, are you crazy? What's going on here? He's like ha 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 ha. No one will want you 2 inches anyway. No, he was like ha ha ha. Who will want you 2 inches anyways? I'm like, LOL. So he's now like, how did this story actually translate to this? I can't remember his step, but basically he started saying, oh, that unlike them white boys, that black dudes are blessed with BBC. And by BBC he means, if you don't know, big black cocks. And at this point I'm like, this is a very weird way to, I don't know, have like phone sex or whatever. If that's what you were going for, you kind of failed a lot. Then he's like, I'm like, oh, I wouldn't know about, you know, the white dudes because I've basically only dated black guys. Like, oh, ha 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 ha. So he was like, oh, ha ha ha. So you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, I guess. He was like, oh, that he's just so like intrigued at BBC and he just like appreciates, you know, black men and their big cocks. And I'm only using the word cock because that's specifically what he was saying. I generally don't like referring to sexual organs as, you know, things like chickens or cats. I don't do that. I just say penis and vagina just because if a 6-year-old should hear me say penis or vagina, they'll kind of know what I'm talking about, as opposed to like cock and pussy and then be traumatized for the rest of their lives. I don't do that shit. So I was just like, oh wow. Mind you, he was writing me in like paragraphs. The awkward thing is we were having this conversation as I was making my hair. And I'm pretty sure the lady who was doing my hair could read. And I don't know if she saw this conversation, but it was very awkward, stroke weird, stroke confused. And then I was like, oh, you know, ha ha ha. I know, I was like, LOL. Is this the only thing you talk about? He was like, no, but then he's just really like interested, and he just always started out by saying he's very interested and he just really appreciates black men and their cocks. And I'm just like, okay, one match, reason I don't have to give one at this point. I was just very confused because I'm like, if you're into dudes, why didn't you just specify men? Or were you just gonna kind of hide under women and talk to me about a guy? If you were looking for a friend to kind of talk these things to, I guess I'd have probably been more comfortable because I know what the situation is. I was just confused as fuck because I just didn't understand where this conversation started and how it was going to end and the purpose for this chat, and I was just like, okay, you know, I'm out. I have nothing to say at this point. So yeah, after that, I just realized that maybe, Tinder isn't really the place for me ever, because I just kind of met some very interesting people, especially that last conversation. I think that was God just trying to tell me, like, this is not where you're meant to be. They did not give you an iPhone to join Tinder. It just kind of bounced, and haven't opened the app ever since. Plus, I don't think there's some things that happen that kind of throw you off, and you're just like, oh, this is not what I should be doing. I should be focusing on this. I think that's kind of the point I'm in right now. I don't really think dating is what I want, honestly. I'm just a very awkward person to start with, so I'm not the most outgoing person if you meet me for the first time. So even if we should go on a date, it would probably be awkward if we don't have anything in common. I can't play off a bad situation. Yes, I just thought I should share that very interesting story of my Tinder experience. And yes, guys, this is the end of this very awkward, traumatizing story for me. So yeah, if you like this video and more of my talking side, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of Ade. I did a video with my friend in Miami who I went with, and I'm in the process of editing it, but I just realized at the end of because it was like a get ready with me chit chat kind of thing. At the end of the video, we kind of didn't do like an outro or an intro, and I didn't even do like a close-up on my face after, but the conversation we had was pretty interesting, so I'm just going to put that out there. If I do end up putting the video, there's not going to be like an outro or an intro or like ways to get that look, because we weren't that detailed. We were just like chatting throughout the whole time. Anyways, yes, it's the end of this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.